Physical environment is one of the most overlooked drivers of habits and behavior change. Your habits are often triggered by what is obvious or available to you in your current environment. For example, if I walk into the kitchen and see a plate of cookies or laddus, I will eat one or 10 even if I am not hungry. We often want things simply because we are presented with them. Drive down any major road, it is no surprise we eat so much fast food when we are surrounded by it. It's hard to resist the pull of what engulfs us. I'm Bharati Bhaskaran, mother to a teenager, and I have 21 years of experience in various educational institutions, and I wish to help. My mission is to help 100,000 parents to achieve clarity in identifying their child's life goal by creating an unshakable, unstoppable life direction or path for them. I wish to help parents provide a conducive environment to the child, allowing him or her to blossom to his or her highest potential. I wish to help and support 100,000 children to walk their true life purpose, mapping it with millennial career options, to work in close proximity with children and parents to achieve the clearly defined desired results or goals. So let's begin the session today. Do you know what? You don't have to be the victim of your environment. You can also be the architect of it. You can design your environment as per your goals so that you can reach your goals. I'll give you an example. When my son was just 10 months old and he started crawling and walking, what I did was, in his vicinity or to his reach, I didn't keep anything that could harm my child. I kept everything above that so that he can freely move around, take the things that he can play with, and not touch the things that he should not. So this is how we create a conducive environment. In case you want your child not to be on the phone or on the TV, the screen time, if you want to lessen the screen time, what you should do? You should create an environment in such a way that they don't think about the TV or they don't have the access to the TV or the mobile. This is how you can devoid them of the more screen time. Pointing and calling is so effective because it raises the level of awareness from a non-conscious habit to a more conscious level. So, what is a habits scorecard? To create your own habit scorecard, start by making a list of your daily habits. Here's a sample of where your list might start. I'm just giving you an example. Wake up, turn off alarm, check my phone, go to the bathroom, weigh myself, take a shower, brush my teeth, floss my teeth, put on a deodorant, anything like, get dressed, etc., etc., make a cup of tea. So you can weigh down which are the positive habits, which are the negative habits here, and which are the neutral habits. Like wake up, James Clear says it's a neutral habit, but I would say it's a positive habit. If you're alive, if you're waking up every day morning, it's a positive sign. And so I would suggest that you put it as a positive positive habit or positive thing in the morning. Turn off alarm, it's a neutral thing or positive thing, I don't know. Check my phone, it's a negative thing, right? Early morning, who would want to wake up and check up the mobile phone? The best thing would be to see your own palms or probably do a small meditation, So this is how you have to go on. So once you have a full list, look at each behavior and ask yourself, is this a good habit, bad habit, or neutral habit? The habit could be anything. I just gave you an example whatever your ritual is, whatever your daily habits are, you just put it down there, and then you make an assessment whether it's a good habit, bad habit, or neutral habit, and put a plus sign if it's a positive habit, minus sign if it's a negative habit. Neutral means it's a equal sign. Okay. The marks you give to a particular habit will depend on your situation and your goals. Okay. So now some of you might ask, how do I know if a habit is good or bad? So the labels good habit and bad habit are slightly inaccurate. There are no good habits or bad habits. There are only effective habits. Just see if your habits are helping you improve yourself day by day, if your habits are enhancing your life, if your habits are making you joyful, if your habits are doing good to your health, to your mind, to your soul. On that basis you decide whether it's a good habit, bad habit, or neutral habit. How to start a new habit? You are 2 to 3 times more likely to follow through with a habit if you make a specific plan for when, where, and how you are going to implement it. By outlining a clear plan of action and clarifying exactly what you need to work on, you make the task simpler, which means it requires less motivation to do it. So when you wake up the next morning and find that your motivation has faded, you still might have enough to get started because the next step has already been outlined and is simple and clear. Let me give you an example. Researchers refer to these action plans as implementation intention. Okay, so what does the researchers say about implementation intention? It's a specific plan of action that can be executed when the time comes to act. Let me give you an example. When situation X arises, I will perform response Y. So how that, let me give you a clear example. I will action at time in location. For example, I will meditate for 1 minute at 7 a.m. in my kitchen. I will study Bengali for 20 minutes at 6 p.m. in my bedroom. I will exercise for 1 hour at 5 p.m. in my local gym. Isn't it easy? Suppose you want to go for a jogging, right? Suppose you've been thinking for a long time to go for jogging, but you could never make it. What you could do? You would say, I will get up in the morning and brush my teeth. Post that, I will wear my jogging shoes. At least you can do that, right? So one step at a time. Once you do that, you wake up, brush your teeth, wear your jogging shoes, then probably the next step would be easier for you, right? So this is called implementation intention, that post this action, I would do this. And you take tiny steps, not bigger steps. I will do yoga for 1 hour, that's too much. Instead, you can say, I will meditate on my bed for 10 seconds. Right? Easy? The Ditto effect states that obtaining a new position often creates a spiral of consumption, which leads you to acquire more new things. As a result, we end up buying things that our previous selves never needed to feel happy or fulfilled. So why I'm talking about this Ditto effect, let me explain to you. So it's basically you say to yourself, I know I should do it, but I still don't. I know I shouldn't do it, but I can't stop. How can I stay disciplined? For example, if you wish you didn't sleep in late, then setting up an early morning meeting is a commitment device that forces you to get out of your bed. Suddenly there is a cost to staying in bed. The unwanted behavior becomes more painful and less satisfying. Right? So it is a way to lock in future behavior, bind you to good habits, and restrict you from bad ones. So this is how the ditto effect you can remove from the habit cycle. So how long does it take to form a new habit? How many days does it take to form a new habit? How many repetitions are required to make a habit automatic? There is nothing magical about time passing with regard to habit formation. It doesn't matter if it's been 21 days or 30 days or 300 days. What matters is the rate at which you perform the behavior. You could do something twice in 30 days or 200 times. It's the frequency that makes the difference. The key point is that building a new habit is not a finish line to cross, but a lifestyle to be lived. There is no point where you cross the finish line. So, what would make it easier? Making habits easy to do is so crucial that this is one of the most useful strategies to search for points of friction and eliminate them. For example, if you want to exercise before work, but your gym is 20 minutes out of the way from your commute, then you will be less likely to make the trip, right? The friction is too high. But if you join a gym that is on the way to work or, in your own premises, then fitting in a workout becomes much easier. Other thing is, if you delete your email application off your phone after each individual use, then you will be less likely to check email throughout the day. It's a bit of a hassle to download the app if you're simply going to glance at it. The friction is too high, and so you only download it and log in when you really need to use it. The central idea is to create an environment where doing the right thing as easy as possible and the unproductive thing is as difficult as possible. Make sense? To maximize your odds of success, choose the right field of competition. Why I say so is the truth about genes. When genes matter and when they don't. Genes cannot be easily changed, which means they provide a powerful advantage in favorable circumstances and a serious disadvantage in unfavorable circumstances. Habits are easier when they align with your natural abilities. Choose the habits that best suit you, not the most popular. Find the version of habit that brings you satisfaction. Pick the right habit and progress is easy. Pick the wrong habit and life is a struggle. So with this, we have come to an end to this session, and I hope all of you must have heard about Pareto principle. It's like 80-20 rule. To narrow in the habits and areas that will most satisfying to you, you ask yourself as you explore, what feels like fun to me but work to others? Where do I get greater returns than the average person? What comes naturally to me? So these are the questions that you can ask to find out what genes are dictating your life. And you can play a game that favors your strengths. So I hope you must have also come across Goldilocks rule, how to stay motivated in life and work. So Goldilocks rule says human experience peak motivation when working on the tasks that are right on the edge of their current abilities. Not too hard, not too easy, just right. In some other video I will share the Goldilocks rules diagram. Okay, so here in this slide, I am talking about the greatest threat to success is not failure but boredom. As habits become routine, they become less interesting and satisfying. We get bored. Anyone can work hard when they feel motivated. It's the ability to keep going when work isn't exciting that makes the difference. So this is the question, what's the difference between the best athletes and everyone else? At some point it comes down to who can handle the boredom of training every day, doing the same lifts over and over and over and over again. So the only way to become excellent is to be endlessly fascinating by doing the same things over and over. You have to fall in love with the boredom. So with this, I'm signing off. Thank you for watching this video. I hope this made a difference to your life. Thank you so much.